Thursday at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time in the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York, WBA World Champion at 135 pounds and WBA Interim Champion at 135 pounds, Tank Davis and Rolly Romero, are going to be having their press conference for their now rescheduled fight of May the 28th on Showtime pay-per-view, $74.99. They're going to be having a press conference. Tank Davis, over the last few weeks, has been posting tweets like this. Pretty much, it just seems as though he's not pleased with Floyd Mayweather and Mayweather Promotions. Mayweather Promotions and Floyd Mayweather himself even went on a record to wish Tank Davis the best. It seems like he's not going to renew his contract or, sign another contract with Mayweather Promotions. He posted another tweet about a week or so ago addressing the fact that he's fighting Rolly Romero because Mayweather Promotions wants him to fight Rolly Romero because it's the end of his contract. Now, you have to wonder a little bit, is he a little disgruntled because he's seeing a fight between Devin Haney, 23 years old, Tank Davis is 27 or 26. How old is Tank Davis? He's seeing 27. He's seeing an undisputed fight happening with George Kambosos, WBC franchise, WBA Super, IBF, WBO, Ring Magazine champion, and Devin Haney, WBC champion, taking place June the 5th in Australia. All you really hear about regarding Tank from his promoters and his team is, he's the biggest selling guy. He's making this money. He's making that. He's a pay-per-view star. But at the end of the day, his accomplishments, are kind of lacking. And I'm not the only one saying this, They've been doing a lot of maneuvering and finagling to keep him on pay-per-view. But at the end of the day, it hasn't really been, pleasing the fans. For example, the Santa Cruz fight, that was entertaining. That had buzz. Mario Barrios, even though Mario Barrios put on a hell of a fight, and Tank Davis, had pretty much the last quarter of the fight get the knockdown and then knock out Mario Barrios. It was overall entertaining, but according to rumors and reports, it didn't do well financially. Then you have the Eastside Cruz fight, which was supposed to be Rolly Romero. Fans never asked for Tank Davis versus Rolly Romero, but Rolly Romero does know how to work the microphone a little bit, and now here they are revisiting that. That's not a fight that's going to do well. Also, you gotta wonder, right? He has his pay-per-view May the 28th, the same month after 3 weeks after Canelo versus Bivol, right? Even though it's on his own, still pay-per-view. And then a week later, on regular ESPN, primetime ESPN, no pay-per-view, you have an undisputed with Tank Davis Devin Haney versus George Kambosos. So you have to wonder, Tank does have, a right to be upset, especially when you look at the rankings at 135 pounds. And put it this way, my personal opinion, his division is 135. But they've been trying to do maneuvering all these divisions and everything. Maneuvering around all these divisions to keep them on pay-per-view. But not only that, to keep the fights in-house. Lomachenko even wanted to fight him. And look, Teofimo Lopez beat him. Because they're keeping things in-house. Now, looking at the divisions between 140 and 135... even 130, who does he fight that's going to get the fans? I'm talking about an in-house PBC Showtime fight that's going to have the fans like, whoa, yo, that's going to move the needle for me. I'll buy that on pay-per-view. None of them. And then one thing for sure is he go over the Top Rank or even the Zone. Options are going to open up for him. But something tells me that Tank Davis may be heading toward the Zone. And if he goes over to Top Rank, if he goes over the Top Rank, you think he'll link up with Jay Prince? That seemed like that'd be a good combination. For example, right? Let's start at 130. 130. I don't think that Tank Davis should see 130 anymore, but let's say if he wants to say, you know what, I'm rejuvenated. I'm going to, get some smoke at 130. You got Shakur Stevenson. They can even probably meet at a catchweight. Oscar Valdez. Hell, even fucking Miguel Burcho between 130 135. They can still revisit that. There was word on the curb that Burchell was interested in Tank Davis fight in the past. You know, Jamel Herring. 135. Well, as you can see, Haney, Kambosos, they're both fighting for that. Ryan Garcia, he's over on the zone. You know, and do we feel that with what we've learned, right? I can't just see Ryan Garcia and Tank Davis fighting on just Showtime, because we couldn't even get Munguia, you know, and Jamal Charlo without Golden Boy saying, you know, nah, we want to get our beak wet. We want to taste. You see what I'm saying? So even when you go to 140, like, you know, politically up there, who is it? You know, and, you know, I get it. Sometimes, you know, fighters have to make the moves that's best for them. Like Devin Haney did, like Canelo's doing, you know, like, you know, controlling their destinies, not letting, you know, the promoters and like, you know, stop you from getting big fights. And frankly, we have to talk about it. PBC, unfortunately, has had a history of guiding their fighters away from certain lucrative fights or lucrative deals, and then trying to pacify them, you know, with in-house shit, you know, that don't always work out. You know, look how many fighters turned down money, you know, where after things didn't go well. It really started with Peter Quillen. You know, when he turned down, what was that, a Matt Vick Corrball fight? And then even with Adrian Broner with Rock Nation, still you can say, well, Rock Nation went belly up. But at the same time, he would have probably got a buyout. It would have been risky, but I'm not saying that that's the perfect example. You know, Wilder over at the Zone pretty much could have got free money. You've heard about rumors of Keith Thurman, and Sean Porter. He said, look, I'm crossing the street. You know, I don't hate me, you guys. I love you, all that, but I'm going to fight Terrence Crawford, get this cash out over on ESPN. Because to get that guaranteed money he was making, with the way Adrian Broner put it, they give you a flat number and be like, yo, we're going to give you this 1 million, 1.5, maybe throw in another 500,000, and it is up to you to sell this pay-per-view. You the star. You a pay-per-view sensation. That shit ain't cutting it no more. And, you know, I want to see Tank, and I'm sorry, I like Tank. I want to see Tank in another organization. You know, and it's okay that PBC can't do what they want to do for him right now. It's nothing wrong with that, but don't try to hold him hostage. Because right now it is kind of a smack in the face, and he does have a right to be somewhat upset with his promotional team when he sees guys like Devin Haney. I'm not saying in a disrespectful way. Like, yo, I've been around longer than him, and in the division that's supposed to be my division, he fighting for undisputed, not me. It's not my problem. Y'all have issues with Lou DiBella. So I can kind of understand where he's coming from. But yeah, it sounds like after May the 28th, he may be on the move. Because unless they can say, you know, all right, Tank, we'll sign you back, but we'll also make sure that, you know, you get the fights that you want to get. I don't know. It's something fishy going on there. And then Floyd Mayweather always taking the spotlight. Every media event, press conference, Floyd up there talking about it. So it's just not a good fit. And every year or so, you can see Tank get disgruntled. It's just not a good fit. Take your time out, like the video, subscribe, and T-Street Controversy will fight me 360. Follow me on Twitter at T-Street Controversy. We're going to be here for the press conference between Rolly Romero and Tank Davis, or Tank Davis, Rolly Romero, on Thursday, a couple days from now, 8:30. Then I took my clock off. 8:30, 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 8:30 Pacific. Take your time out, like the video, subscribe, and we will see you on Thursday. Thanks for watching.